Thanks for joining us, listeners. We know it's Friday when we have Cheryl Miller in from California Trail Interpretive Center. And Cheryl has this amazing list. It just goes on and on and on. Some of the coolest things, and they're brand new things on this list, Cheryl, that we get to talk about that people can do at the California Trail Interpretive Center this spring.
Thanks for having me again, Lori. So glad to be here. And yes, we have, I don't know if you noticed, but on this list, I had to narrow the margins.
I saw that.
To get the entire thing on one page. So we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
We really do. In fact, we're into February already, and people have already been talking about cool programs, getting out and enjoying the California Trail Interpretive Center. In fact, one program it's already, well, I want to say sold out, but it's offered, I think, free, but you're already full, right? On the Explore and Create Flowers and Pollinators?
Yeah, that actually just happened this morning at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And we were full on registration, and it was a wonderful experience. The kids made some beautiful paintings along with the adults, and they played some games. So it was a really fun experience that we're going to be offering every month.
And it's nice just to mention it because this is a new presenter, right?
It is. We have a wonderful volunteer. She's actually been volunteering with us for a while, but this is a new project that she's doing with Macy and with the Nevada Outdoor School. So it's a beautiful partnership, and it's a wonderful way to spend the morning, and both adults and children really liked it. So that's what I love about the program. We had some, 2 or 3 year olds. We had some teenagers, and then we had some folks that are in, our age group. And I think they all had a really good time.
Thanks, Cheryl, of course, for the update. There'll be more to come, and we'll be talking about that on this half-hour program. So we do have Pioneer Aprons this weekend.
That's right. On Sunday at 1 p.m., that's February 8th, we will be leading a Pioneer Apron Making Sewing class. And I'm so excited this month. It's going to be Macy and I who are going to be leading this program. We have some help from a wonderful teenager in town. She's going to be running one of the machines. Paisley will be at work. So we'll have 2 hand treadle machines going, and we'll be making some beautiful aprons, very simple. And then you'll have the opportunity to embellish them. So we've got some really cute stencils and fabric markers. And then we've got a bunch of really cute, colorful fabric that you can add to have pockets or as an applique or something like that. So you'll get an opportunity to use the hand treadle machines and to decorate your apron however you'd like.
Oh, Cheryl, that sounds wonderful. Of course, we're talking about the California Trail Interpretive Center. It is located just 8 miles west of Elko. You take I-80, then take the Hunter exit, and you are there. It takes just minutes. And admission is still free.
That's right. We're keeping it free so that everyone can come out and enjoy the activities.
All right. And then talking about those great partnerships you have with Nevada Outdoor School, how are nature investigators doing?
Oh, my goodness. They're doing so great. And it's going to start here in about 30 minutes. So this is an ongoing series that the Nevada Outdoor School is offering at the California Trail Center. And it happens every Friday at 1 p.m. for the kindergartners through 2nd grade, and then at 2:30 p.m. for those 3rd through 5th graders. And they do all kinds of fun, hands-on activities, hiking, learning, having fun, and you just need to call the Nevada Outdoor School office to register.
All right. That's all you have to do. Space is limited, so make sure you get signed up in advance so you don't get disappointed. That's kind of this weekend, heading into it. And then you have a series of events coming up next weekend in time for Valentine's Day.
Of course. We're always trying to get the lovers to come in and make some beautiful things. So on February 13th at 1 p.m., we will be offering heartfelt colors. And Macy's going to be leading up this program, and I was just talking to her about it, and she said that they'll have some watercolor paper that will be folded so that people can make cards. And while they're working on their creations, she has some real, authentic pioneer love stories.
Oh, how sweet. These come from the diaries, right?
That's right. So these are not, Little House on the Prairie dramatized stories. These are real stories from real pioneers and love on the trail. And so if you want to come and make some beautiful cards and also listen to how love came to fruition on the trail, come see us on February 13th at 1 p.m.
That's at the California Trail Interpretive Center. How sweet that is. And then, of course, Friday, the following Friday, it looks like you'll be hosting, along with Nevada Outdoor School, a hike.
Oh, yeah. This is their annual bookworm hike, and it is always well attended. It's a really fun event where kids and their family will get to take a hike and pause to understand and learn about nature, and then leave with a different book than they came with. So it's really important. This is a book exchange. So bring a book that you want to leave with a friend, and then you can take a new book that you can read at home once you get back to your house.
And these events are really family friendly, suitable for kids of all ages, right, Cheryl?
Absolutely. Like I said before, we see, 2 and 3 year olds all the way up to teenagers. Anyone that loves to read and be outside would be a great fit for this event, February 20th at 10 a.m.
All right. And then the following week on the 21st, very popular presentation of ancient communication.
Absolutely. So people have been communicating for thousands and thousands of years, way before the radio was invented, right?
Yes.
And one of the ways that they communicated was through petroglyphs and things left behind on the landscape. And so Ranger Glenn will be talking about ancient communication, and you will be able to carve your own petroglyph and take it home with you.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. That's February 21st, 1 p.m. Again, everything we're describing is offered free. Admission to the California Trail Center is free. There are a lot of Friday programs since there's no school, so it's a perfect place to take youngsters. And then wrapping up the month with bows and throws.
As always, we're offering a bows and throws to all of those people that love to throw and hurl sharp objects, safely, of course. So on Saturday, like you said, 1 p.m., February 28th, we're going to be offering archery. So if you are an experienced archer or a novice, or you've never picked up a bow and arrow, we'd love to see you. Come on out. We have a great range. It might be a little bit muddy, so maybe wear your boots, but we'd love to see you out. And it is just for that 1 hour from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So if you do want to come out, please make sure you make it out by at least 1:30 so that you have plenty of time to hit those arrows into the target.
All right. Sounds like so much fun. California Trail Interpretive Center. Those are February programs. We wanted to mention that you are a host during National Cowboy Poetry Gathering. A lot of great reviews from friends from afar as well as close to home. And you are able to feature the new works of the Nevada Wild Art Exhibit, right?
Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. We are so excited to host this exhibit again. This is the Basin and Range Exchange Project, and Nevada's cultural heritage is what is being exhibited. So it is more than 18 artists, local artists, and they have everything from pottery to photography, colored pencil drawings. That one's my personal favorite. There's one of a bristlecone pine that just, oh my gosh, steals my imagination and my heart every time I see it. Along with illustrations of ranch life, wildlife, just a really beautiful exhibit. And it will be on display through the end of April in our South Fork room at the California Trail Center.
And again, it's free. There's no entry fee. You can go and enjoy that beautiful art inside the California Trail Interpretive Center, Cheryl.
That's right.
Nice. So tell us about March. Are we ready to launch into March already?
Oh my goodness, I'm already there.
Yes.
I'm so excited. So on Saturday, March 7th, we are going to be hosting a Junior Ranger Day. And this is the second time that I've put on this program. And it is focused on stewardship of our wildlands. So the theme for this one is protect the place that you love. And that's really what we're going to be focusing on. As we all know, we only protect what we love. And so if we can get our community, our kids, to really draw those deep connections with our environment. We know that they're going to leave a legacy of protection and stewardship. And so that's our goal, is to get everyone excited about what they can do to take care of this beautiful desert, the beautiful mountains that surround us, and give them some real tools and some real knowledge to take out on the ground with them.
So there'll be guided hikes, some prizes, cool new stickers, and some other incentives. And then maybe Smokey Bear? Will he be out of hibernation by then, Cheryl?
We're not sure.
Okay.
We're hoping that he
Okay.
will be out of hibernation. We can't make any guarantees right now, but we're hopeful that he is going to make another appearance. But the thing about Smokey is that his appearance is brief.
Yes.
So if he does appear, it will just be for a short time because, he'll be fresh out of hibernation. He's going to be starving.
Yes.
And so we're going to let him get on his way and get fattened up for the season. So if you do come, hopefully he will be there, but we will have lots of fun things like a Smokey Bear letter writing station. And I don't know if you ever got a packet.
Didn't I tell you I did get a packet? It was so sweet. Some stickers and things.
Yes, I also got a packet from Smokey Bear in the mail, and it was so exciting. So if you do write a letter to Smokey Bear, he will write you back. And so we'll have a station there. We also will have some OHV safety. And one thing that I'm really excited about, and this is more for adults, is we are going to have the Oregon-California Trail Association representatives there, and they're going to have real artifacts that they have found on the trail, and they're going to be talking about how they are still discovering new parts of the trail. Did you know that the entire California Trail is not mapped yet?
I did not until I learned this from you fairly recently, and that this is part of the ongoing work of our California Trail Interpretive Center and the Foundation and all these great fans and supporters.
Absolutely. And this is part of how we protect the history. This is part of how we are good stewards of our land, is by finding these cool places and getting them mapped so that they can be protected. Also, so that private landowners know what's on their property and know how they can protect it as well. And so I don't want to steal any of their secrets, but they use very cool equipment, and they have recently found some very cool things that hopefully they'll be able to share with you. So you'll learn about how they are good stewards of the trail and history, not just of our environment.
Oh, Cheryl, thank you. Cheryl Miller, California Trail Interpretive Center. She's our local interpretive ranger and helps to coordinate all of this exciting action. And that is March 7th, which is Saturday. She's talking about the Junior Ranger Day. It was a huge event last year. I'm sure it will be nothing less this year as well, with some surprises, some special guests, and some things that you can take children of all ages to, and that adults can also appreciate and encourage them to help preserve this beautiful history of ours, Cheryl.
Absolutely. So there's going to be a lot for adults as well, including we're going to have wildland firefighters out, and we're going to have a lot of really wonderful what they call prevention information. And so that's going to teach you how to, make sure that your house is fire safe. It's going to make sure that when you teach you when you take your OHV off-road, how to do it safely, how to make sure your muffler isn't starting fires, when you're out welding your fences, things like that, because no one here in our community wants to start a fire. And so we're really here to give them the tools and the tricks and the information that they need to keep everyone safe, because we love this environment and no one from this community would want to start a wildfire. And we're here to give you the tools and the information that you need to prevent all of that bad stuff this summer.
All right. So Saturday, March 7th, it's Junior Ranger Day at the California Trail Interpretive Center. And then that leads us into June. You've been planning this for months.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're practically in June as far as I'm concerned. So we are hosting Freedom 250 Trail Days on June 6 and 7. And as you know, Lori, we always have a wonderful Trail Days event in the during the first weekend of June. But this year, we are coupling it with the Freedom 250 movement, which of course is celebrating our wonderful country and the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which we are all so proud of, so happy about. And so it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and it's going to be even more exciting. We've been booking people daily. The people at the bottom of this list, Lori, just booked like in the last 24 hours. We're putting a call out to the community to help us with some prizes and stuff. And so if you've never attended or you've always attended, this is the year.
This is the year. Oh my goodness. There's going to be food. There'll be contests, old-fashioned fun games. 4-H kids are coming out with their live animals and demonstrations. We also have, it looks like, let's see what caught my eye there. I mean, there's so many different things. But, you've got some cool new speakers because you often will rotate topics. But you are going to be talking about female prospectors.
That's right. So one of our wonderful volunteers and a historian in her own right, Jordan, will be sharing her Female Prospectors of Nevada presentation, which was very popular when she used to work at the center. And we are very excited. She's going to give that presentation both Saturday and Sunday. We haven't released the schedule yet, so these are just some teasers. But almost all of the presentations will be offered both Saturday and Sunday. And one of the things I am most excited about is, were you a Little House on the Prairie fan, Lori?
I was. I mean, who wasn't? I just devoured all those books. So I had great teachers.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Well, guess what? Laura Ingalls Wilder is coming in person
Are you serious?
to Trail Days. I just spoke with her.
Oh my goodness. The Laura Ingalls Wilder?
So
coming?
she is going to be a practiced reenactor.
Okay, good,
She's
good.
coming out of California, and she is
How sweet.
she is really good at what she does, and she'll be giving 3 presentations.
Oh.
So probably 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and then we're hoping that she will also have the energy. It's been a long life for her, so
Yes,
she's only got so much energy, but we're hoping that she'll be out and about actually interacting with the crowd as well. So if you're a Little House on the Prairie fan, make sure you get those presentations on your schedule because they are going to be amazing. We have never hosted her before, and we may never get her again. So this is just an incredible opportunity to really get immersed in Little House on the Prairie.
And take your kids, go to the library and check out. You can go to your school library. I know Harmony will help you. If you're up at Northside, you can go to Elko County Library, but start reading those books together. It's so much fun and they're quick reads. You can read a chapter or 2 every night together, and then you can fully participate with all of this, the story behind you when you go to Trail Days, June 6th and 7th. But they're very sweet little books. They're paperbacks, super easy to read, Cheryl.
It's wonderful, and it's wonderful that people can start now.
Yes.
Read them, and then you'll be able to ask the real enactor, Laura Ingalls Wilder, questions that you might have had after you read the book. And that's her job, is to embody the real Laura Ingalls Wilder. And so it'd be really fun if some people had some great questions from her from the books.
That's great. Cheryl Miller from California Trail Interpretive Center. Laura Ingalls Wilder and the whole series. There's a museum in Wisconsin that you can visit. I mean, this is just part of the lore and the tradition and a lot of that history. I mean, it's accurate. That's the other important thing, is that you make sure that it's reflecting the things that the children, the games they played and the songs they sang. And yeah, that's really cool, Cheryl.
Yeah, so even though, the Little House on the Prairie did not, take place in
Yes.
Elko, Nevada, the pioneer spirit is alive and well, and the authenticity is important.
Yes.
Because we need people to learn, but we also want them to have a little bit of fun with history. Why do we do this if it's not fun? And so we're trying to bring fun into history, and so help us do that by bringing your curiosity and your questions.
Oh my goodness. Something so fun to look forward to. June 6th and 7th. Put that on your calendar alongside March 7th, which is a Saturday. Very special dates at our California Trail Interpretive Center. You've got a folk singer coming too.
We do. So Hank Kramer just booked yesterday.
Wow.
He was one of the ones, and he's a traveling folk singer, and he will be performing during the day, both Saturday and Sunday. So there'll be some wonderful live music, and I am so excited. We don't have any of the acts booked yet, but we are planning a few different musical acts Saturday night.
Ooh.
We're trying to book a big stage. Shout out to Chip Stone. Thank you so much for all your help with that. And hopefully we'll have some really fun acts Saturday night as well, which as far as I know, we've never done during trail days before.
I don't think so. And that's a great space out there, just being out on our own sagebrush sea, if you will, and enjoying the nighttime sky. Again, California Trail Days, Freedom 250 this year, June 6th and 7th. Everything is free. Everything you've been describing is free, Cheryl.
Everything is free. And one thing that I would like to get out there into the universe now is that we are looking for volunteers. This is going to be, like I said, a very big event, and we're going to need a lot of boots on the ground, literally boots on the ground to help us pull this off. And so one thing we're looking for is a civic group that might be able to help us with parking. Our parking is always a little bit complicated out there. We will have plenty, don't worry. But we do need some people to help us, round people up and tell them where to go. We're also looking for some folks that can help us run the contest. So if you want to help with the gunny sack races or watermelon eating contests, we would love to have you. We also have so many wonderful presentations, and we're going to need someone to be the presentation wrangler. Also, just set up, tear down, stuff like that. So if you've got a group that would like to volunteer, or your family, or just you on your own, we would love to have you. Feel free to reach out to me directly at the California Trail Center. You can call, you can shoot me an email, but we really need some volunteers to help us pull all of this together.
Yeah, and it's not as intense as cowboy poetry, but if you're experienced, like some of our locals are with cowboy poetry, you would make a perfect volunteer for this event.
Absolutely. If you love history and you like people, you are the ones that we need. And you don't have to volunteer for the whole weekend. If you only have a couple of hours, we would be very happy to put you to work for a couple of hours, as if that's all you have. Feel free to reach out to me because we need your help.
All right. California Trail Days is combined this year. It's the Freedom 250. And I think, safe to say, pulling out all the stops means we're going to have a lot of people here from around the state this year.
Oh, yeah. So we have reenactors coming from across the West.
Some of the mountain men are so popular, right?
That's right. We have young mountain men, we have older mountain men, and everything in between. We're going to have some of the old favorites that you like to see every year, but then we're going to have a bunch of new ones coming in as well. One of the things I'm really excited about is we have a very experienced Dutch oven chef who will be coming from Reno to do a whole big Dutch oven cooking demonstration. I think that's going to be really, really fun. She's really talented, and she is excited to come out and show off her stuff and share all of her creations.
Wow, what more could you want? There'll be a patriotic opening ceremony. You're featuring Shoshone Medicine Man Blessing, live performance with a Star-Spangled Banner, the color guard. You've got it all going on during June 6th and 7th.
That's right. We're trying to just pull out all the stops, as you said, and really bring our community an incredible experience and event. We are the premier event for BLM Nevada, and we really want to do it justice. We want to make sure that everyone walks away just saying, wow, that was amazing.
I think we know how to do that in Elko. Cheryl, you're appealing to the right crowd. Freedom 250 Trail Days, June 6th and 7th. So the best way is to reach out to you directly at the Trail Center, right?
That's right. Okay. And so you can call us there at the front desk, but you can also just email me.
Okay.
And my email address is cmiller@blm.gov. So pretty easy to spell, cmiller@blm.gov. I'd love to hear from you. And on that same note, another thing that we're asking for is patriotic quilt squares from the community. And that's because we are going to offer a bunch of wonderful prizes. For our contest, we're going to have some door prizes, and I want those prizes to come from the community itself. And so we're asking people to make 10.5-inch patriotic quilt squares. You can drop them off at the center. Or you can drop off patriotic fabric, and we'll make sure that fabric goes out into the community to make all of these beautiful squares. Or you can drop off a patriotic finished product. So if you like to make table runners, or you like to make wall hangings, or you want to make the entire quilt yourself, we would love to accept those donations from you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put those back out into the community, and they will live a wonderful life in someone's house and be loved forever. One thing in particular that I am looking for is some kids' prizes. So the watermelon eating contest, gunny sack races, theoretically are going to be mostly kids. And so I'd love to have some prizes for them that are handmade as well. So I was thinking, some patriotic teddy bears or lap blankets, more with a kid motif, but all with that patriotic theme is kind of what we're looking for. So if you've got some generosity in your heart, if you've got some extra time on your hands, please drop off fabric, squares, or finished pieces. Don't forget, we'll accept those by May 10th. And then what's going to happen is our wonderful volunteer seamstress, Brenda, is going to take all of your beautiful quilt squares and she's going to put them together into a community quilt. And she'll finish it all up, and then hopefully we'll have enough squares that she can make a few pieces. And then, as I said before, those are going to serve as our prizes for all the wonderful contests we have going on over the course of the weekend.
Oh, I can think of all the things that someone could make. They could make placemats, they can make wall hangings, like you said, teddy bears. And I think we're going to see a lot of that red, white, and blue fabric, right, available.
I am hoping that we see so much red, white, and blue. That's right, a sea of fabric. And don't forget, if you're not up to making something and you've got some extra fabric on hand, we'd be so happy to take that off your hands, because on May 10th, we are going to offer a sewing class with Brenda to make patriotic quilt squares. So if you don't know how to make them and you'd love to learn, come on out and see us on May 10th, and Brenda will show us all how to make the quilt squares. And then again, she's going to take those and make them into beautiful things that again will live a life out in our community after the event.
Cheryl Miller from the California Trail Interpretive Center, just outlining a complete summer of fun. So many ways to participate. Again, all of this activity free of charge or at low cost or no cost, absolutely. But it's a chance to express yourself, to be creative, to contribute to the art, to the culture of our community, and really show visitors what is most meaningful to us, including our local history, Cheryl.
That's right, and what Elko has to offer. We have so much to offer. Now that I've been here almost 2 years, I can really appreciate the culture and all the beautiful people, the landscape that come together to make Elko what it is. And we should be proud. We have a lot to show off. We have a lot of really beautiful things to offer. And so bring out your friends, bring out your family. We'd love to see you. And if I may mention one more thing.
You take all the time you need.
I forgot to mention that on the Friday before Freedom 250 Trail Days, June 5th, we are going to be offering some field trips. And these will be offered by the California Trail Heritage Alliance. Of course, that's our friends group. There are wonderful historians that support us. And they will be offering a couple of different field trips. They're going to offer short ones, long ones. All the details are still being set. But if you want to get out and actually experience the trail, hear what actual historians have to say, then that would be a really good choice for you. So stay tuned. We'll be advertising those soon, but there will be some field trips offered on Friday, June 5th.
Thank you, Cheryl, for helping us realize the full potential of the California Trail Interpretive Center by bringing all these beautiful events to life, by including so many groups in the community. It's really our stewardship that will continue this trail center, and we're the community that, built it, but we appreciate the BLM so much for helping us to maintain this tradition and history.
It's our pleasure. We love working out at the California Trail Center. I love interacting with the community. I've been here long enough where people are starting to recognize me, starting to remember names, and that's just so beautiful. I love being part of this community, and whatever we can do to serve, we're happy to do it.
California Trail Interpretive Center is located just 8 miles west, head west on Interstate 80. It's a lot easier than in the wagon train. Trust me.
It's a lot faster too, Lori.
Yes, definitely. And you won't get any stickers in your socks. And then you'll get there and then you'll enjoy all of these beautiful programs and activities, again, free of charge, and help make this the best trail days ever, June 6th and 7th. Everybody is invited to participate. Cheryl, thanks again for the inspiration, and we'll be checking in with you often.
You're welcome, and thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure.